What do we have left over? It's like, oh my goodness, just enough loons with those traps. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at some of the finals action from ESL Meisterschaft. Now, ATN had the opportunity to face off today against Tribe Gaming and against Elevate, which is 11 Original. You might remember them from the World Championships. They played multiple times in the qualifiers, got the wildcard win to go into the World Championships. And you might also remember them from the Town Hall 12 live cup that they did, and they won. So Elevate is their new esports org, so just remember that name. They had a phenomenal showing throughout the season, and they got the chance to battle it out against the two-time reigning ESL Meisterschaft champs and world champions for 2020 alternate attacks in a battle of the wills to try and take them down for this title. So what I'm going to show you is the first matchup to come in this best of three from ATN versus Elevate, and it was a phenomenal performance from both sides, which is why I want to highlight this one in particular. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll talk a little bit more about the matchups, what else you can expect to see from the channel coming in, so you can see a little bit more of this action and where else you can go if you want to see more of what you missed out on, including some of the tribe stuff, because I will be showing that later this week, and you can also catch some of it on my VODs. But let's talk about how you watch these wars live. The best way to watch these wars live is to tune into my Twitch channel. Hit the description button, check in the descriptions below, find the link, follow, turn on the notifications, because this is how you can watch it live, and you can root on your favorite teams and also earn channel points that you can use to redeem things like gold passes and subscriptions. But without further ado, let's head in and take a look at ATN versus Elevate in the first matchup of the best of three for the finals. Oh, it's coming down to the wire. ATN has been fighting hard every season to claim this crown, and they've won it 2 seasons in a row. Third season, is it gonna be theirs, or will Team Elevate, who's been riding high lately, take it away? We've got Carlito coming in to kick it off for Team Elevate, powering his way through with the Inferno Drags. Queen on the top side. We've got the opening for the Eagle compartment. King taking the lead here, and the Yak, while the Ice Golem freezes it up, helps to take on some damage for it, knocking it out. Queen stepping up to the plate to come in with the assist, and we create this beautiful funnel needed to keep the Inferno Dragons moving along. We don't have a lot on the outside edge. We did have one Inferno Drag that moved along, so we've got another baby dragon to help keep things moving through, because we need to see the shift coming into the scatter shot. So the blimp sailing across, taking on the Town Hall compartment, and we did see the space earlier today. I believe we saw, didn't we see a defense come in on this one? I believe in the earlier matchup, it time failed. So they're looking to change this up just a little bit. I believe it time failed, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long day of attacks, and my mind is a little in shambles. But we've got a lot left over, including the Royal Champ with her ability. I wish I could see where she is on the board. Oh, there she is, coming in nice and fresh. Lassie taking the lead. Now we've got the multi, which is no concern for this Royal Champ. Skelly is distracting her, could be though, but we don't see that on the approach. This ground bow is going to be a huge problem, picking her off long range. We've got a couple of loons trying to sail in, pick off that archer tower. Royal Champ launches that Seeking Shield, and look at this, goes straight for the ground bow. Final freeze comes down and holds off some of the remaining defenses. This gives the Inferno Drags the opportunity to pick off the rest of the outside structures. Ooh, but the Royal Champ goes down. Do the Warden and these Inferno Drags have enough to take down the Wizard Tower? Yeah, they do. They do. We've got a beautiful push coming in from Carlito. It looks like they were paying attention to the previous matchup, had some time to look through, review, and say, how can we fix this and do it better? And they found the right recipe. They found that secret sauce, must be McDonald's, that helped them get through this one. Secret sauce coming in hot. And Eve Carlito picking up a very strong 3-star start to this war. GG, what a way to kick it off. This is why I'm telling you, don't count out Elevate on this one. So we've got Boom now in a position to have to pick up the 3 because they don't want to lose any ground early on. It could put them in a tough spot and give Elevate the confidence they need to continue barreling forward. So we've got the sail in of the blimp, little blizzard action. Ooh, 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 ooh. No. Okay. We're in a tough spot. We do not get what we needed down. We wanted to take out both of these scatter shots. We did get the Clan Castle lure, but this is not going the way we needed to see it go. Let's see how they compensate. So, King and Queen on the top side. Yeah, rut row is right. Royal Champs got to come in. This means we're going to lose a lot of huge value. Now, while we would only pick up maybe about 20% of the base with the Blizzard, it's the defenses that we're looking to take down. So that means that 20% is gone, and we're not going to pick up probably about 40% from the hero push. We could pick up anywhere between 50 to 60% with that combination, and the scatter shot in the core does not go down. Queen struggling, but still hanging on. Royal Champ still has her ability. We need to get, ideally, the Town Hall down out of this too. But most importantly, we want the Air Sweeper and the Scatter Shot to go down. Queen makes a decision to go for the Town Hall. She'll pick it off. That's fine. But we need to make sure we know where we're using this Warden ability. Final invisibility spell goes down because we didn't have them for the Blizzard that failed. We get to use it for the heroes and give it a little bit more of a power through. This does help out quite a bit. Come on, Queen. Oh, gets picked off between the King and the single targeting Inferno, so we don't do any more cleanup on the back end. It's a Scatter Shot and Sweeper in the core that we have to worry about. Freezes down the Sweeper, freezes down the Scatter Shot. Oh, the loot! Death Dive down, knocks out the Scatter. Warden ability keeping everything safely through. The multi-targeting Infernos. Oh, come on. No more spells to do this any justice, but we get past that multi. Oh, the Wizard Tower, though, in the position to knock out these loons here. Can we get it down with one final blow? The Tornado Trap and Skelly combination does this completely in. And Eve Carlito not only comes in with the solid start of the war with the 3-star, but an insane bait and defense to hold off ATN from the get-go, keeping Boom down from picking up a 3-star with a Lalo. Oh, this is a tough one for ATN. I'm not going to lie. Look at the percent we're looking at. 80% 2-stars. So this is phenomenal coming in from Team Elevate. So Mark, a super impressive Queen Charge Lalo attacker, and most importantly, it's his Queen Charges that help him usher through these insane under 60-second Lalos that we've seen in the past. This team has really come together, combining their strategies nicely. I think it's taken them a little bit of time, but they finally found their spot in how to use everyone's abilities. So we've got a blimp coming in with the Yetis, successful, takes down the Eagle and gets a Clan Castle lure. We pull it down to the corner from that 6 o'clock side. Queen's in a good spot where the healers and the Unicorn can keep her alive. We're not taking on too much damage anyway, so she's in a good position. And that's why typically when we do these Yeti blimps, or blimps in general, by the Town Hall, we want to do it to pull it away from all the incoming damage and give your heroes a chance to take down the CC completely unobstructed. Queen's going to have a little bit of a hang up here, though the Ice Golem does walk his way through into the poison, so she gets him a little bit quicker, which works out in her favor. So on to the next chamber. We've got the super wall break to open it up, but the Queen, is going to have to turn around and walk through this wall. Should have the bait to move in and not path up to the 3 o'clock side. But we're going to have to see another push coming in towards the Town Hall. Oh my goodness. I'm just noticing we have 3 additional super wall breakers to come in for this one. 3 more super wall breakers to actually open, but we also want to open up for the Town Hall compartment, get the King working in, give him what he needs to work along. We do have the pathing sort of set and funneled up at the 9 o'clock side. But the main thing is to ensure that the queen pats into the core, taking out the multi, where we're going to see the majority of the air defenses, the air traps. We're going to see Skellies and Sams and additional bombs in there. So the queen needs to make her way through. We've got that wall break coming in. King successfully takes down that town hall, even drops the invisibility spell to ensure that he gets it taken down unscathed. Queen's in a good spot, and we've got the pathing set and needed. But this is what I'm talking about. 55 seconds when we start the Lalo, because he gets these beautiful openers, connecting the path and doing what he needs to do to set up for his Lalo. Queen's taking on a lot of damage, but still has her ability to try and get through. Only gets past that Grand Warden Tower, so the scatter shot remains on the back end, which means we want to maybe think about holding off on this freeze to help get through. I know we have the air defense, but the haste should sweep these loons safely through. Ooh, that freeze comes down, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to say a little bit too early. The good thing for Mark is that loon that he dropped in to go towards the wizard tower that actually distracted long enough and retargeted the focus once the scatter shot came back out of that freeze. Absolutely stunning here from Team Elevate. 2 for 2 on the board. This is going to put a lot of pressure on ATN now to try and turn this one back around. But they have to pick up the 3 stars, and we need to see if they're going to be able to hold a defense against Elevate. Will they win the war, but not the battle? Or will they win the war and the battle? Is it the battle? Wait, what's the bigger, the battle or the war? I don't know. I don't know what's bigger, the battle or the war. Well, however that saying goes, with the best of 3, there is an opportunity to turn this one around. History was not my thing, clearly. We've got Ast coming in with the Zapquake, Lalo. So we don't make contact with the queen. That's likely not too big of a deal. We do have headhunters in play, but also looking like where we're coming in to connect, we would easily take down the queen. We've got the king, open chamber up for the eagle and the queen and the royal champ. And the queen's already taken on damage, so it is a nice position to be in for this. Taking on the scatter, though, is huge because we're going to come into contact with the clan castle troops, and you don't want 2 scatters coming at you. And they're in a good spot that they won't even have 1 coming at them as they take on the CC. Headhunters helping to swiftly get through this defending BK. With all the heroes here, you need as much power as you can to move along, which is why we also brought in that Ice Golem to do some massive tanking moving through. Oh, that Yak is OP, trying to force more passage to get to that back end scatter. And we've got the Royal Champ coming in from that 6 o'clock side. You can't see her quite so well, but she's going to pick off that multi and do some great work to shape up what this needs for the Lalo. We're taking away a lot of key defenses. Ooh, I spoke too soon. Not able to take down that multi, unfortunately. Oh, and Lassie gets sidetracked and doesn't even help out. I unfortunately didn't get to see what was going on with the Royal Champ. It was a little bit blocked behind, but that could be a problem coming in through the back end for these loons if it fizzles down a bit. That multi, not ideal in a back end situation. We do have the Stone Slammer coming in for the 9 o'clock side, giving extra tank and power, some additional reinforcement of loons. Now, this is key. Freezing up this town hall, the haste to come out of it, and the warden ability timed properly for the poison bomb. So he lets the loons sweep through the tornado trap till they get to the town hall, gets off that warden ability. We get the Stone Slammer in it. Oh, and we're not worried about anything fizzling out because look at how many loons we have over. We still have the hounds tanking, and we've got a half-health Stone Slammer to come in and clutch through, getting the job done, putting a 3-star on the board for ATN. And it's a tough go because the 80% 2-star that we had come in is likely going to come back and haunt us, considering that Elevate is 2 for 2 in this matchup. But this is some nice turnaround that we are getting to see. So GG to Ast for keeping this moving forward. So we've got Muda coming in with, some drag action. We've got the Zapquake drag. So 7-1 combo. Are we going for that scatter shot? We going inside for a scatter? We gonna do anything to connect the queen? Oh, yes, we go for the queen and the eagle because we're gonna use the royal champ and her seeking shield to help launch that off. Oh, Muda, I'm loving this one so far. Look at the health left over on that eagle. The royal champ sneaking in and knocking that out. That is huge, huge value for this. We don't have to worry about the eagle anymore. We don't have to worry about the queen. We've got some dragons to actually start this off, and even an archer to pull that hound to a dark corner, so one dragon can pick it off easy with the ice golem. So dragons from the top side. We want to see this push coming in from the multis. This is a long line drive down. Now those multis, no issue for the dragons. It's not like we're talking about single targeting infernos. This is a nice passage, but we still have to worry about the scatter shot in the core. So we need to re-navigate these troops. We need to get them in. We do have a wall break to open up this 9 o'clock compartment. Yes, we've got the 9 o'clock compartment open. Need to pick that off. So we pass the dragons through into the center of the base, taking on the scatter shot. And with this, we're going to see the warden and his ability helping them get safely past along with the blimp that has a long line drive to get through into that town hall. The air sweeper, though, trying to resist it from coming in, but it's making its way slowly but surely, finally freezes it up to ensure that it gets where it needs to go, right in over the town hall. And we are seeing a nice push for Muda. Now we have the queen and her ability left over, but we've not gotten down that scatter shot. Dragons completely bypassed it. Did not go through, and we're not going to get anything coming back in. So despite as nice of a push as we saw with this, we're not going to have enough to finish the job here. That scatter shot going to play in a big defense here, even with the queen's ability, not quite enough to seal the deal on this one. Percentage is going to be high, and we're talking about where are we now? We're talking about, we're already at 85% on this one. So it is going to be closing up in the 90s, potentially. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. 86%. And we've got a match, boys. 6% above ATN right now. Elevate is sitting pretty. They've got to be pretty proud of themselves for this. Oh, Linnaid with the possibility of trying to keep this close and maybe seeing if he can forge a lead. A 3-star here and a defense will do some good things for ATN. But Elevate, I know, is got to be pretty proud what they're doing so far. You want me to try slapping Itsu in between? Okay, so Queen Charge rocking up. Come on, get funneled in there. We've got the funnel needed. Wizards, Yetis, pushing her along to the town hall. We've got one more wall breaker to get her into the town hall compartment, and then we can jump her through. We've got a super P.E.K.K.A smash. I'm assuming we're coming in with like a Lalo with this one. So the Queen Charge is kicking it off and shaping it up. So we are going to re-navigate the path, work through. Likely, I'm going to say he wants to come up for the scatter, but oh, Queen, come on. Work your way through. That rage comes down. He wants to hold on to this ability as long as possible. And there we go. Gets navigated up to that top scatter shot multi-compartment where we're going to see the wall break. The jump's going to help the passage moving along into that eagle chamber. And I'm curious to see the placement on it. But we haven't gotten this first wall break in yet. There we go. Finally coming through. Now, right in the corner, we'll give access to the scatter shot as well. And he doesn't go for it. He wants to keep that aside. King forcing his way along into the eagle compartment. Queen's here and taking on a lot of damage, but holding on to those healers, which is not what you typically want to see with these types of strategies. Though with the king taking the lead, the super wizards stay far enough behind that they can really help work through. Hogs making their way around. I mean, I'm not going to question Linnaid and his tactics and what he's doing. Because he's managing to keep everything going strong, including those P.E.K.K.A s into the scattershot compartment. We still have the Royal Champ and one invisibility spell to keep the dream alive. And it's not even a dream. This is a reality. 3-star ready to come down, but we have to worry about that single on the top side. We'll have a lot distracting it. That Seeking Shield gives it almost what it needs. The invisibility spell ensures that it goes down. Even these Skelly spells not going to be enough to hold this one off. Linnaid coming in and throwing down a 3-star for ATN when they need it. But can we hold a defense? Defense is going to be key to get ATN back in this and back up on top. So Kala, he's got a lot of pressure on for his team right now. He doesn't want to lose the ground that they've already gained, even though it's 6%. It's quite a bit to hang on to. Coming in with some more Super P.E.K.K.A. Smash. Blimp leading the way for the Town Hall. Queen clearing out some of the passage and lining up for the push that we need. We even have the wall break open to that scattershot compartment. And we've got 3, wow, 3 super wall breakers. And part of that's likely going to be for the King to get him working up top for the Eagle, getting that compartment open up there. We do have 2 ice golems. Oh my goodness. And we've got like no bats to come in for this one. So these ice golems going to be doing some massive tanking to help power this one along. King rounding the corner where we want him to go. Again, ideally, I would say we want to see him coming up for the Eagle, that we can bring the Royal Champ to work through. He's cutting in. He wants to work with everybody here. But this Queen is utterly lost. This Queen not working together where we want to see this going. So again, we have another combination of the healers not working with the Super P.E.K.K.A. Smash. The King taking the lead. And that's a big problem because we lose out on everything. Those healers need to be in there with the Super Wizards, with the P.E.K.K.A. to keep it alive. And there is nothing left to keep this going. Warden, the King, those barbarians trying to force their way through. We do have a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s left. Excuse me. We do have a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s left. But this is not the way Kala had it planned. Jump's going to get the Queen into the core, take on those Maltese, which isn't too big of a deal, especially with her ability. Question is, do we have enough to get through the back end? With the scatter being defended by the Royal Champion, I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with there's nothing giving this one final chance of hope, especially with the Royal Champ early taking on that damage from the ground bow, from the Tesla, and from that Warden statue. A very nice try, but this slips Team Elevate back quite a bit, giving ATN the lead that they have been looking for at this point. This puts ATN up by a star here, and when we're talking about percentage, we're talking big percent. I know I'm blocking it, but we're at 71% right now. A little bit more to pick up with the Wizard, with the Archer that's over on the 3 o'clock side. They're likely looking to plan where they can pick up just additional percentage since there's a little extra time. We got 15 seconds. There we go. Giving that Archer a little extra boost to pick up more. Percent matters on this one. You don't just give up because you've not picked up the triple. You look to pick up as much as you possibly can because it can turn back around in your favor. And when you're this low, 74% is a tough go. But that 80%, again, I mean, like this kind of narrows them out, possibly, depending on what we see if we have a defense. Which moment? Yeah, it really, like, I've been up since 4 a.m. I've had no coffee, barely any tea. Caffeine's not settled in from the tea that I've had. You gotta bear with me. Okay, Vala. So we're coming in with more Lalo action. We've got the Queen charge lining up. King taking on that scatter shot is huge. Not only clears out the compartment, but takes on a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, just gets those healers raised up. I almost spoke too soon. Almost took off a lot of damage. That final blow nearly knocked her out, but he recovers her nicely, gets her through. We would have had the ability, but we don't want to force that ability too early, particularly as we make it towards this Town Hall compartment. Sticky spot that we're going to see the Queen in as she makes the approach to the Town Hall, and we're going to have to worry about the Clan Castle troops. Uh-oh, Hound's here. Hound's looking to distract her, but she is focused on the Town Hall, which is good. She takes it down. stays back. Actually, the timing is lovely. Why? Because as that poison bomb goes off, the queen does not step into its radius. So this timing is perfect. I would say slightly flawed defensive position there because of what Vala found with that. The way he could pull that clan castle, get it so that the queen doesn't bypass through the poison bomb and keep her alive that much longer, and gets her in the invisibility spell. We get her moving along. She survives the damage from the eagle, and we still have the ability to go. Stone Slammer coming in, absorbing tons of traps along the way, helps to pick off the multi. We've got the dragon coming out and the full loon push. Warden gonna use this ability early here to get through. Oh, this helps as we get past some of these additional multis, but we've got one more freeze. We ideally want to use it for the back end scatter because that's going to be the trickiest spot to get through, particularly as these loons start fizzling out due to the multi here. So rages them up, and the freeze is going to be huge. But what do we have left over? It's like, oh my goodness, just enough loons with those traps that pop up to knock down. Oh, the scatter shot. 37 seconds left. Vala cutting it close on this one. He's got the queen alive. He's got the dragon. Warden's still here, but we've lost just about all of the loons on the board. And he still nails the 3-star and pulls in what is looking like the victory in the first matchup for ATN. We still have a couple more attacks left to go, but this is giving them a solid position now. What are they talking? They're talking about how insane this matchup is, how incredible it is, and what a great job Lady B is doing casting in English. It's totally what they said, even though she's had like no sleep and no coffee. So we've got the Blizzard to come through from Eve Vision. Now, Eve Vision is known for a lot of his Smash style strategies. This is one of the things that he settled into quite a bit, though he is one person that helped to teach me how to hybrid along with Eve Kala. But he does like his smashes, and he knows he's got to do whatever it takes to pick up the 3-star. Queen hanging on to that ability. We need to get the swap over. The Warden's helping her out. Super Wizards coming through, but they walk away. A good chunk of them walk away. See how many we can keep working into the core. King looking to pick off that eagle. Needs to rage up and move forward. That blimp's in a good spot through the Warden ability to take out the Town Hall. But we got to get this crunch through the core. Got to get through that sticky center. Royal Champ coming in early here, but the Yak and the King doing some tanking, so it does help out quite a bit. And it gives her more power to work along. Ideally, Vision wants to reserve this Royal Champ ability to get through to that scatter shot, trying to hang it on as long as possible. Has to drop another rage. This is tight, but it looks like he might have just enough to get it done. Again, holding on as long as possible, but it doesn't make contact. So rages her up. Does she go for the scatter? Yes, indeed, she does. Right there. And gets it knocked down. But we've lost everything in the core, so we don't have any cleanup for the outside edge. Healers may indeed get picked off by that multi-targeting Inferno. I mean, there's not a crazy amount up left. There's about 20% of the base left over, 20 more buildings. But it's going to be a long push for the Queen to get through these walls, particularly those max level walls, to try and finish this off. And also, we're not going to get a split of focus. She's got to go from the center and down one side and back the other. So we've got Boom coming in with a very strong defense. And this is pretty much that final nail in the coffin for Team Elevate in the first match. This is only one of potentially 3 matches, but ATN certainly securing their position with this defense because they just need to pull in a safe 2-star and they'll have the 1-star lead. The 65,000 payout. You ready for it? You get your channel points back. You happy you didn't lose all of them on this match? It was looking hairy there, and you got to give it to Elevate because they had a beautiful start of this war, and they've had beautiful attacks coming through and great defenses holding strong. So I can only imagine we're going to see a little bit more of that powering along for the second matchup. That would be the ultimate jinx. We're not doing it. What's going on? 1 hour. Good to see you. Alf Gates. Yeah, let's go, boys. Let's get this first win and move on to the second. So Yo-Yo with the Zapquake Lala, we take out the core, alleviating a huge burden. We take down that, I assume it was a multi in the core of the base. And I'm looking to see if it was sweepers, most likely. Also eliminates the passage through any possible traps along the way to help better shape up what the loons need. So King and Royal Champ working together. Queen sneaking along there. But can we get her in that little narrow compartment to take on that Scatter and the Royal Champ? This is a nice spot for this Queen. And huge value with just her and this Unicorn. Forces that ability. It's just enough to get down the Scatter and the Royal Champ. Beautiful here. We drop the invisibility spell for the Royal Champ. Not quite enough to get through the Warden Tower, but we'll have to reserve a little bit for this back. And we do have 3 freezes that we can use. So holding one off for that Queen will be huge. So timing's going to be interesting on this one because we've got the Queen down there. We've got some ground bow surrounding. So the Warden ability is going to have to come off to protect the loons through the Town Hall, which means I'm curious to see the timing of these headhunters as they work their way through. Going to have to freeze up that ground bow likely to give the headhunters what they need to move along. Ooh, Dirty Tesla Farm in the core brings in the Stone Slammer regardless of Yo-Yo's attempt to clear that out. Haste comes through. We don't use those freezes yet. Loon's doing some nice work. Headhunters sailing along to try and take down, ooh, that King. They get down the Queen quickly. They go for the King. And these loons have everything they need to move along. I'm going to tell you, there's a nice trap in there from Muda, but not enough to stop Yo-Yo. The placement of the Stone Slammer, key to ensuring the success of this raid. And likely also there in case there was a pop-up of those Teslas. Yo-Yo thinking about this left, right, up, and down, and how he can counter any possible issues that come along the way, and he does it. So with that, our boys move forward with a win for the first matchup, and it puts them in a good spot to go into the second round. But Elevate has really been doing some phenomenal work and could easily try and find a way to spin this around. So it was a stunning performance, as I mentioned earlier, from both sides. But we had ATN finally turning it back around. And I was worried for a bit because I know Elevate has been hungry. I am insanely proud of what we've been seeing from these guys. And many of you might actually know that I formerly played with 11 Original. That was a clan that I called my home. It's a tough match to see. But very proud of what they've done and where they've come. And again, they kept it very close. Mark, absolutely phenomenal here with those Queen Charge Lalas. He's someone to keep an eye on with those particular strategies. Now, the one thing that I wanted to talk about was the last war that came in. It was a best of 3, and it actually only went down to 2 wars. ATN got it done in those 2 wars back to back to get the win. This was huge for ATN, and this means it's their 3rd championship under their belt. So the guys have got to be thrilled. However, the last matchup that came in was a really tough go for Team Elevate, and it's something that I do not want to put on YouTube and put as a feature highlight just for the respect of the team. There were some really big risks taken, and I completely appreciate that they went all in like this. And unfortunately, some of those risks did not pay off, and it turned into a blowout match. And one of my reasonings of doing this is not to demotivate teams. So I will respectfully keep from putting that onto a YouTube vid. If you do want to see the whole matchup, you can head over to my VODs in my Twitch channel so you can watch that whole live matchup war, but I don't want to put a highlight on it on YouTube. I want to give the credit to Team Elevate that they deserve. And particularly, it's showcased so well in this matchup. You can see how phenomenal their plans are, how well the team has come together, and what a good fight they put up against ATN, including bringing in some amazing bases and holding some good defenses. But in the end, ATN reigned supreme, got the win, and I am proud of my boys on both sides. Definitely a happy occasion to see both of these teams fighting hard, and a huge congratulations to our guys over at ATN for this win. But if you want to see the Tribe War, make sure to click that subscribe button. I will be posting the Tribe versus ATN match here on YouTube. You can also check it over on the VOD, but I'll give a little bit better of a quick sum up if you want to wait and watch for it to come here live on the YouTube channel. But that's about it for now. Until next time, this is Lady B. I'll catch you guys later.
You